Beloved ones, if these words have reached you today, I ask you to set aside your doubts for a few moments and listen with the quiet wisdom of your heart. There is a reason your eyes were drawn to this message. There is a reason your soul paused here. Why countless other paths could have captured your attention. Nothing about this moment is accidental. Long before you arrived in this physical world, long before your first breath, long before the challenges and triumph that shaped your life, your soul agreed to a sacred journey. You agreed to awaken, you agreed to remember, you agreed to become a beacon of light during a time when many would forget their connection to the divine. I am Archangel Michael, and I come before you now with a message that your spirit has been waiting to hear. You were chosen for this awakening before you were born. Many of you have spent much of your life feeling different from those around you. Even as children, you sensed things that others did not seem to notice. You felt emotions deeply. You questioned realities that others accepted without hesitation. You often carried an unexplainable longing, as though something important was missing even when your life appeared complete from the outside. This feeling was not a mistake, it was not a flaw, it was the quiet memory of your soul trying to remind you of who you truly are. For years, perhaps even decades, you have searched for answers. Sometimes you search through books, sometimes through relationships, sometimes through spiritual teachings, sometimes through painful experiences that forced you to look beyond the surface of life. Each step brought you closer to a truth that cannot be learned through the mind alone. The truth is that you are far more than the identity you have been taught to believe. You are not merely a human being struggling through a difficult world, you are an eternal soul, temporarily experiencing human life for the purpose of growth, expansion, and remembrance. Beloveds, the challenges you have faced were never random obstacles, they were carefully woven into your journey by agreements made at the level of the soul. This does not mean that you were destined to suffer, it means that every challenge carried within it an opportunity for awakening. Every disappointment invited you to discover strength. Every loss invited you to discover resilience. Every period of uncertainty invited you to deepen your trust in the unseen. I know there were moments when you questioned everything, moments when your faith felt fragile, moments when the weight of life seemed too heavy to carry. Some of you experienced betrayals that shattered your trust. Some experienced failures that shook your confidence. Others endured loneliness so profound that it felt as though no one could truly understand what you were carrying inside. Yet, even during those darkest moments, you were never abandoned. They were angels standing beside you. They were guides whispering encouragement into your spirit. There was divine love surrounding you even when you could not feel it. One of the greatest illusions of the human experience is the belief that spiritual awakening should be easy. Many imagine awakening as a constant state of peace, joy, and clarity, yet true awakening often begins with disruption. It begins when old beliefs no longer satisfy the soul. It begins when familiar structures start to crumble. It begins when the life you have built can no longer contain the truth trying to emerge from within you. This is why many of you have felt as though your world has been rapidly changing. It is not because you are losing control, it is because your soul is reclaiming it. There are hidden battles that many of you continue to fight. You battle self doubt, you battle fear, you battle the voice that questions whether you are enough. You battle memories of past mistakes. You battle the belief that you should be further along than you are. Yet those battles are beginning to lose their power. Why? Because you are starting to see them for what they truly are. They are not truths. They are shadows, they are echoes, they are old experiences that no longer define who you are becoming. Beloved ones, there is something magnificent happening beneath the surface of your life. Although your human eyes may not yet see it, your soul has entered a new phase of its journey. The seeds planted through years of healing, reflection, perseverance, and faith are beginning to awaken. The lessons you struggle to understand are beginning to reveal their true purpose. The wisdom gained through hardship is becoming a source of strength, not only for yourself, but for others who will one day benefit from your light. Many of you has been asking for a sign that you are moving in the right direction. This message is one such sign, not because it predicts a specific event, but because it confirms a deeper truth. The path you are walking is not a mistake. The transformation you are experiencing is not an illusion. The inner calling you feel is real. You are being guided toward a life that is more aligned with your soul than anything you have experienced before. The coming season will require not the courage to fight, but the courage to trust, the courage to release old identities, the courage to stop seeking approval from those who cannot understand your journey, the courage to honor your intuition even when it contradicts conventional expectations. Most importantly, the courage to believe that you are worthy of blessings preparing to enter your life. Many of you have become accustomed to struggle that receiving feels unfamiliar. You have learned how to survive, but now your soul is learning how to receive. Receive love without suspicion. Receive abundance without guilt. Receive opportunities without fear. Receive support without believing you must earn it through suffering. The next chapter of your life is not about proving yourself, it is about allowing yourself to become who you have always been. As these words settle in your heart, I ask you to remember something sacred. Before you were born, your soul knew there would be challenges. It knew there would be moments of doubt. It knew there would be periods when the battle ahead seems hidden. Yet it also knew that you would find your way through them. It knew that you carried within you a light powerful enough to overcome every obstacle. It knew that one day you would awaken to the truth of your own divine nature. I am Archangel Michael, and I come to you today to remind you that your awakening is not happening by accident. It was written into the blueprint of your soul long before your arrival on earth. The struggles were not signs of failure, they were part of the preparation. The delays were not punishment, they were part of the timing. The uncertainty was not evidence that you were lost, it was evidence that something greater is unfolding. Trust the wisdom within your heart. Trust the divine guidance that continues to lead you forward. You were chosen for this awakening before you were born, and the light you came here to embody is finally beginning to shine without fear.